morning everybody. I cannot believe it, but it is 6:16 a.m. and I'm waking up for my last ever time at Disney. How is it the final day already? It does not feel like I've spent 2 weeks here. It feels like it's been 5 seconds. It has been the most amazing 2 weeks ever, and I'm super excited to end it with 19 hours at the Magic Kingdom. I don't know how well this is going to go, considering like the lack of sleep I've got for this whole entire trip. But I'm making my way to the Magic Kingdom. I have a breakfast reservation at Hannah's this morning, and then I have dinner at Be Our Guest. So I'm super excited about those. I've been told Hannah's breakfast is really, really good, and obviously love Be Our Guest the absolute most, so I'm super excited to go to those. My other plan for today is to try and do every single show and every single ride in the Magic Kingdom, so I'm just going to like work my way around. I haven't watched Carousel of Progress yet, which makes me so sad, because every time I've gone to watch it, it's been shut, so I'm going to need to watch that like at least 3 times today. I also like I have to say goodbye to the tiki room, which is gonna suck. I have to say goodbye to Disney, really. I think it's really hard coming from, I don't even know how to put this into words. I love Disney. I know we all love Disney, and I know everybody says they love Disney, and I think the people with me on this trip have seen how much like Disney means to me and the parks mean to me and stuff, and like it has that big of an impact on me. And to have to leave this place and one, not know when you're going to come back is incredibly hard, because you don't know if there is going to be a great big beautiful tomorrow at Disney. You just have to hope and pray that if you do all the right things that you'll come back. And it is great to be able to have a second place to call home, but this one's on the other side of the world, and you have to win the lottery to go to, which can also be another issue. So I'm just very emotional. I'm not trying to, I don't know, I'm just, yeah, it's gonna be a hard day, but this day was always gonna come, unfortunately. So just have to smile, enjoy it, enjoy the magic, and get home and start saving. That's not quite 6:16. We save it until like 6 p.m. I'm just gonna, I don't know, I've just made such amazing friends on this trip, and like people I'm gonna miss, and I've done things on this trip that I would never ever have got the chance to do if it wasn't for my friends, but also for me. Like I'm proud of me. I've done a lot. I'm 18 and I'm pretty bloody proud of me. I have decided the first thing when I go home is I may have spent one of the $3 I was putting aside for my Disney trip. I'm going to put those $2 in my pot, and I'm going to tell myself, this is what you're saving for the next year. You're saving for the magic. And then I'm not going to buy anything for a whole year. I'm just going to buy the essential things, no new stuff, just essentials. And then I'm going to come back here. I'm not going to go on this bougie trip like last time, but maybe I can afford 2 weeks at like All-Star Sports, and maybe 2 Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween pies, maybe an after hours if I'm feeling bougie. No dining plan, just some nugs. But I'll be back. I'm coming back. This time next year. You watch me.
Go and check that. King, where's going to be the king? He's going to be over there?
Spread pixie dust and happiness, right? And do not run. Walk with purpose to any destination you might be going to without tweeting or texting, so you will not get boo-boos. I do not like boo-boos. On behalf of all 74,000 Walt Disney World cast members, let us here at Park Entry wish you a glorious day.
Good morning.
Welcome. Have a magical day.
I am the first freaking person, guys. I'm getting good at this. Thank you to my long legs. And that lady right there, she's going to take my picture. I made the very clever executive decision to get my picture taken at the top by the pumpkins by a photopass photographer with no one behind, so that when I'm the last person here this evening, I can take the exact same picture. So exciting. I've had quite a few pictures down here and been the only one, so it'll be cool to get one at the top, because I feel like getting the picture down there on your own, I used to think that was the bee's knees because I was like, oh, I'm not waiting for all the people up here to leave. But now I like close out. Everybody, so I've had a super fun morning so far in Tomorrowland. I watched the carousel progress the first time this trip. Even though it's my last day here, it will not be my last time watching it. I'm going to make sure I watch it at least once again today. I then went on the People Mover and I'm now going on Buzz Lightyear. I'm going to see if I can get Galactic Hero because I just need to do it one time. Just one time. It's not Galactic Hero, but it's the best I've ever done. So at least we're making some moves. That's progress for you. Gonna miss the real MVP, Sam Eagle. What a legend. We forever stand. Splash Mountain at 8 AM, yes please. Why I booked a fast pass for Splash Mountain at 8 AM, I don't know. That was not a good idea on my behalf. Splash Mountain does not have a line at 8 AM. Turns out I had a fast pass for Mine Train, not Splash Mountain. Kind of glad about it because I'd like my hair to look some form of decent for at least another half an hour. But I'm going to go ride Mine Train after this. Right now I'm on Big Thunder Mountain. I think I've got fast passes for all the bounties today. Pretty cool. Pixie dusted, y'all. So basically, if you go into the shop next to Sir Mickey's, they put glitter in your hair, and it comes from Tinkerbell, and it's magical, and it makes all your wishes and dreams come true. So I wish I didn't have to go home today. So see you tomorrow at MK.
I wish I didn't have to go home today. So see you tomorrow at MK.
Hey everybody, so I just got the boat from the Magic Kingdom to the Polynesian because I have Ohana's for breakfast, and I think it's with Stitch and Mickey and Pluto, and I'm super duper excited because I've been to Ohana's and all everybody talks about is Ohana's, so let's hope it's good. Okay everybody, so I have evidence that Disney magic is real. So as you know, you've just watched a vlog that said I got pixie dust in, then he said all your hopes and dreams come true, and I was like, haha, I guess I'll see you tomorrow then, MK. I have just found out that my ticket doesn't run out until tomorrow, which means I can come to MK tomorrow. If that is not evidence that Disney magic is real, I don't know what is. So next time somebody tells you that Disney magic isn't real, you can tell them the story that Wanna Be Mouseketeer got to stay an extra day after she wished upon a star to stay an extra day. Wow. Thank you, Tinkerbell. That's all I've got to say. Thank you, Tinkerbell. Thank you, Mickey Mouse. Thank you, Walt Disney. Thank you, everyone. I'm having a super magical day. My life just gets better and better. Oh my fricko. Sis is happy. Corn. Hey everybody, so I'm just in Tomorrowland. I went live for a bit, so thank you so much to all of you that joined. We were just sat in the home grass enjoying life. We saw Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair, we saw the Nation Trolley, we had a chat, my mum was there, it was a great time. We then rode Peter Pan's flight, we did Space Mountain, and now we are going to head on over to Splash. I finally ordered my phone case, it only took me 2 weeks to finally pick one.
was an immediate smash hit. Millions of people came to see it. And since then, the Carousel of Progress has had more performances than any other stage show in the history of American theater. You know, Walt loved the idea of progress, and he loved the American family. And he himself was probably as American as anyone could possibly be. He thought it would be fun to watch the American family go through the 20th century, experiencing all the new wonders as they came. And he put them together in a show called Carousel of Progress, which we are now about to see. Although our Carousel family has experienced a few changes over the years, our show still revolves around the same theme, and that's progress. May the century begin. What year is it? Oh, right around the turn of the century. And believe me, things couldn't be any better than they are today. Yes, sir, buildings are towering now as high as 20 stories. And moving pictures flicker up on a big screen. We have almost 8,000 automobiles in this country, and we can travel by train from New York to California in less than 7 days. And I even hear tell about 2 brothers in North Carolina who are working on some kind of flying contraption. It'll never work. Closer to home, we've now got gas lamps, a telephone, and the latest design in cast iron stoves. And that reservoir keeps 5 gallons of water hot in just 3 buckets of coal. Oh, boy, it sure beats chopping wood. And isn't our new ice box a beauty? Look at that. Holds 50 pounds of ice. Milk doesn't sour as quick as it used to. And our dog Rover here keeps the water in the drip pan from overflowing. It wasn't too long ago we had to carry water from a well. And thanks to progress, we've got a pump right here in the kitchen. Of course, we keep a bucket of water handy to prime it with. Yes, sir, we've got everything we need to make life easier. Say, Mother, I was reading about a fellow named Tom Edison who's working on an idea for snap-on electric lights.
Electric lights? No more kerosene, no more gas.
Sarah sure gets to the core of the apple.
But we do have this new wash day module. Now it takes me only 5 hours to do the wash. Imagine, it used to take 2 days.
Well, that's right, folks. Now Sarah has time for other things like
canning and cleaning the oven.
Yes, dear.
Ovens don't just clean themselves, you know.
I know, dear. And they probably never will.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get the laundry off the line before it starts raining cats and dogs.
Don't worry, Rover. She didn't mean real dogs. Besides, it's not going to rain today. My lumbago isn't acting up. Boy, look at it come down. All you have to do is put your wash on the line, right? Oh, well, the cistern was low anyway.
Wow, look at that.
Now, James, I thought I told you to ask my permission before using my new stereoscope. It's not a toy, you know.
Ooh la la, so that's little Egypt doing the hoochie coochie, eh, Dad?
Isn't she a knockout? She's the star of the new World's Fair in St. Louis, and and you put that away before your mother finds it.
Aw, Dad.
You heard me. Well, we have one of those new talking machines. Now that is something. It plays music right here in our home.
Oh, Papa.
Yes, Patricia?
Papa, all these people. I'm indecent.
Don't worry, Patricia. They're friends. That's our teenage daughter. She's getting ready to go to a Valentine's dance across town on one of those new horseless trolleys.
I think it's very romantic you're taking Mother out for Valentine's dinner this evening.
Well, you know what kind of sport I am.
I only hope I have an evening as romantic as yours and Mother's.
Now, you be home by 9 o'clock, daughter. You hear me?
Yes, Papa.
Oh, well, with all this talking, I've worked up quite a thirst. I think I'll take one of those newfangled trolleys down to the drugstore soda fountain and meet the boys for a cold sarsaparilla. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. We're drinking root beer now. Same kind of thing, different name. Well, that's progress for you. And speaking of progress,
there's a great, big, beautiful and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. And when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
phew, boy, hottest 4th of July we've had in years. We've come a long way, though, since the turn of the century, over 20 some odd years ago. You know that pilot fella, Charles Lindbergh? He's about to fly a single-wing airplane all the way across the Atlantic. He's never gonna make it. And sports stadiums are springing up all over. And boy, nobody hits that old horsehide like that new fella Babe Ruth. Jazz music is the cat's meow. And there's been ads in the paper for months for a movie starring Al Jolson. And he's going to talk and sing. Oh, boy, I've got to see that. There goes Schwartz in his Upmobile. He sure loves that horn. You know, in my new Essex, I've got an electric starter. Now I don't have to crank. We can travel from New York to Los Angeles by train in only 3 days. And we've got a house full of new electrical servants. Mr. Edison sure added life to our home. Whoa there, you'll blow a fuse. Drat, that's the 3rd one this week. I buy fuses by the case. Uh-oh, and I've blown the whole neighborhood again. Easy, Rover. Jimmy, hurry up with that fuse.
Shucks! Every time he has company, he blows a fuse. And guess who always has to change it?
I heard that, young man. I heard that.
Oh, well, that's more like it. John, yours is the last costume I've got to finish before the parade starts.
Sarah's Ladies Club is responsible for our town's 4th of July celebration tonight. She's got us all roped into performing in their program.
And I decided we're going as George and Martha Washington, dear.
Oh, the father of our country. That's a role that really fits me. You know,
I'm so glad we installed an electric light fixture here on the porch because it's just too darn hot to be sewing inside.
Yes, Sarah. You know, next year I'd like to go as Benedict Arnold.
Wait until you see what I've got planned for the fireworks show tonight.
Rover, don't interrupt while Sarah's interrupting.
And guess who volunteered to choose the music for the program?
I did, Pop. Listen to this.
Oh, that's a nice tune, Jimmy. You know, with our new Crosley radio set, we can get news and big-time entertainment from all over the country, even Pittsburgh.
We're starting to arrive downtown for a spectacular 4th of July parade and fireworks event tonight. May your be with you about...
Oh, Patricia.
Yes, Father?
Better get a move on. The radio says folks are arriving downtown.
Do I really have to go? If my new boyfriend Theodore sees me in this, it'll scare him away.
Well, dear, if that happens, you'll always have that torch you can carry for him.
Oh, Father.
Calm down, Rover. I was only kidding. By the way, we have indoor plumbing now. Oh, boy, that's really great on cold nights, especially for our perennial house guest, old Uncle Orville. Uncle Orville's taken over the coolest spot in the house, of course, and he's rigged up a real clever contraption. He calls it air cooling. Too bad he's not reading the Help Wanted ads.
No privacy at all around this place.
Sorry, Orville. You know, considering all the... Oh, coming, Martha, as I was saying, considering all the conveniences we now have, I'll say that we're really on easy street these days. It just can't get any better. Just goes to show that
there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart, and when it becomes a reality, It's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Well, it's another Halloween here in the fabulous 40s. Everything is better than ever now, and we've got some amazing new wonders around the house to prove it. For instance, our refrigerator holds more food and ice cubes. And thanks to our automatic dishwasher, I don't have to dry the dishes anymore after supper. Gives Rover and me more time to enjoy our evening stroll together. Later, boy. Oh, and here's something else that's new. I just heard a new term today on the radio. Fella says we've got something now called the rat race. Did you ever hear that one? It sure describes my life. I'm involved in something now called commuting. I drive into the city for work all day and then turn right around and drive all the way back. And the highway is crowded with fellow rats doing the same thing.
That's what they call progress, dear.
Yeah, I guess she's right. But we do have television when it works. Gives you something to do after you come home. I kind of like it, you know? Guy named John Cameron Swayze gives us all the news. And then they have all this singing and dancing. A lot of fluff, but it's fun. You know, I predict the day when millions of people will learn Latin and Greek sitting in front of their TV sets.
Are you awake, dear? Give him a left, you big lug.
Ah, yes, a new age of electronic civilization is upon us.
Hey, Dad, what do you think of my jack-o'-lantern?
Oh, boy, that's scary.
That's because I'm using my beautiful sister Patty's picture for a model.
Down, Rover. Jim, Rover appreciates your joke.
Now, you're always kidding poor Patty. She's certainly prettier than either of you.
You hear that? My daughter Patty is using that old exercise machine she rescued from the attic. It was all the rage in the 20s. Grandma, of course, had to have one. Didn't work then, doesn't work now. Consistent, at least. Makes a lot of noise and blows fuses.
As I was saying, Dad, I think college is really swell. You should give it a try.
Oh, Patty, are you going to the Halloween party tonight?
Oh, yes. And I'm hoping to lose a few more inches by then, since I'm going with that dreamboat, Wilfred.
Wilfred? What a slug!
He's coming as the headless horseman.
It fits.
Come on, Beth. That clodhopper Howard you're going with is no Cracker Jack prize.
Oh, poor Howard. I wonder what they said about me when I was dating Sarah. You're lucky, Rover. You don't have to date. Well, we're caught up in the do-it-yourself craze these days. We're remodeling our basement into something called a rumpus room, and we're looking forward to a few rumpuses, I'll tell you, as long as they don't get out of hand.
John, this papering is getting out of hand. I could use a little help.
Now, Sarah, didn't I set up that clever automatic paint-stirring machine for you?
Yes, John, you're a genius. Of course, this will ruin my food mixer. Not that you'd care.
Oh, good old Sarah. Always the last laugh. What happened, Sarah?
Oh, you and your progress. That paint mixer of yours just sloshed paint across my room.
Now, how do you like that? I always say if you're going to be married, marry a girl with a sense of humor. Well, it's time to move on. Let's cheer up Sarah by singing our song. Come on, everybody.
There's a great big beautiful he follows his dream with my heart.
And when it becomes a reality,
It's a dream come true for you and me.
So there's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Isn't it a pleasant holiday? Oh, turkey's in the oven, it's peaceful and quiet.
Yes! 300 points, my best score yet.
Well, it was was peaceful until Santa brought that new virtual reality space pilot game.
Your turn, Grandma. Let's switch the image over to the TV so the resident flying ace can show you how it works. Now, it's a little tricky. Just use your game glove to fly behind the other guy and blast him with your laser blaster.
Laser blaster? Well, I'll give it a try.
Take a look around, Grandma. You're in the ship.
Feels like I'm really there.
Okay, get ready. You're about to blast off.
Here goes nothing. Whoa.
All right, here he comes. Oh, you missed him.
Hey everybody, I'm done programming our new voice activation system.
Now all our household items will do anything we tell them to do.
Great. Tell the refrigerator to bring me a root beer.
Well, it can't quite do that. But I'll show you something it can do. Tree lights 30% brighter.
Oh, that's no big deal. Anybody can do that voice-activated stuff. Watch it. Roll it. Speak.
John, the oven should respond to your voice commands now. Give it a try.
Oh, okay. Here goes. Temperature to 375.
Temperature increased to 375.
Look at that. It even talks back.
Reminds me of certain people I know.
Yeah, right, Dad.
You gotta lose him, Grandma. Bank to the right.
Remember Dad's turkey last year?
Yeah, that thing really smoked up the place when it burned, didn't it?
We ended up microwaving frozen pizzas.
Well, no need to worry about the turkey this year. Not with an oven that will do anything your father tells it to do.
Ooh, good shot.
Did you see that?
Dad, Grandma's up to 550 points.
Did you say 550? Hey, she's getting the hang of that thing.
I can't believe all the new gadgets they've got now. You know, in my day...
Oh, no. You're not going to tell us about the old days when you didn't even have a car phone.
Hey, Trish, for a while we didn't even have a house phone. Not to mention laser discs and high-def TV. Everything's automated today, including that.
No privacy at all around this place.
Sorry, Oracle. Anyway, you guys know how good you got it nowadays.
You know, my grandpa told me the very same thing when I was a kid.
Take that, you nincompoop!
Hey, check it out, Dad. Grandma's up to 975 points.
Wow, 975?
Increased to 975. Big mood overload. Command.
John, what's wrong with the oven?
What?
Big mood complete. Enjoy your meal.
Anyone for pizza?
Oh, another Christmas turkey ruined.
Man, what a game! I really smoked those guys. Looks like I'm resident flying ace now.
Oh, best 2 out of 3, Grandma.
Later, kid. Boy, that was fun. What will they think of next?
Who knows? We've got a whole new century waiting for us out there.
Yeah, and maybe sometime in the new century, your father will learn how to talk to our oven.
Well, maybe by then ovens will read our minds. But hey, as long as we're all here and happy and together for the holidays, who cares if I burned our Christmas turkey?
I do. I'm starving.
Don't worry, Dad. Someday, everything's gonna be so automated, you won't ever have to cook another Christmas turkey again.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a dream away.
Dead on call you. I mean that very well. He also plays a washboard with a head below.
At Be Our Guest for dinner. This is my first time being here since they've updated it to a prefix menu, so I'm really excited to try new foods and be back at Be Our Guest for dinner, because going for breakfast and lunch is not the same as dinner. Dinner is awesome, so I can't wait to bring you guys along with the journey, adventure. I am tired, words are not working. Hi. Oh my gosh, I literally have such giant eyelids from where I'm tired. Hi everybody, I look half dead. I have been awake for...
Oh, look, another kiss goodnight. 19, 20 hours?
I've been awake for 19 hours now, and I'm making my way out of the Magic Kingdom, and I'm gonna go pack my suitcase, and then I'm gonna be back here. Hannah is here, and Jen is here, and Claire is here, and other Hannah's here. There's lots of people here, so my next step is to go pack my suitcase. Look when I smile, look, my eyelids are so swollen. I am very tired. I've reached the tired point. I didn't think this was ever going to come, but the tired stage has reached. We need to actually go out the exit. This vlog makes no sense, so just know how tired I am. But I am going to be the last person. I'm very excited about this.
Yep.
Hey everybody, I know my vlogging today was really bad, but I was just living in the moment, enjoying myself. We did a bunch of rides this evening. So after we went to Be Our Guest, which was absolutely amazing, we did evening magic hours, but I will review all of this at some point. I'm so tired right now. I just wanted to make sure I got on the vlog that I was the first and last person in the Magic Kingdom today. And if that's not a record achievement, I don't know what is.